So the possibility of seeing King K Rool or Geno, that could happen. We could see those characters. Even if they don't come out with the initial roster or the first year of DLC. Hey, hold on, but it was the thumbnail was a blurred out silhouette. Okay, fine, but I didn't want to spoil my actual predictions, and I still even talked about them later on in the video. Still not good enough? Alright, well, I guess I'll be more careful from now on. But, you know, I guess as a way to make amends, how about we re-examine King K Rool and look over the argument for him in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and maybe I'll even change my mind, and he could become another one of my predictions for Smash Ultimate. Alright. Welcome everyone, this is Unjust Restart, that's Bandana Charmander. And this time we're going to be going over the argument for King K Rool in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now, in my previous Super Smash Bros. Prediction video, I maybe suggested that King K Rool could be a part of like a secondary season DLC add-on, but not like a part of the main roster or even the first batch of DLC, and a lot of people didn't like that. And I acknowledge that, and I look at the comments and I reconsidered their arguments, and maybe, you know, that's why I'm making this video. I'm considering the arguments for King K Rool, and maybe I'll change my mind. So then, let's go over those arguments. Now, one of the main things I've heard that suggests that King K Rool could be in the game is a Smash Ballot. King K Rool is a very popular character in the Smash Ballot, and now we know that Sakurai and the Smash team are taking the characters that were very popular in that ballot into heavy consideration for future Smash Bros. Games, and those future Smash games include Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So that argument alone, right there, definitely suggests that King K Rool has a shot to making it to the game. Absolutely, I'm not denying that he has a shot at making it to the game, but you see, when I make prediction videos, it's not about what I want to be in the game, it's not what I think is possible, it's about what I think is likely, right? Like, these are my own predictions, and sometimes I take into consideration that Sakurai is kind of weird, and, you know, he has his own opinions on things. He's not necessarily going to always go for the most popular thing. But, you know, we do know that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is being coined as the Ultimate Smash Bros. Game, and this time around Sakurai seems to be putting even more effort than usual to really appease fans. So considering that, I definitely think King K Rool has a better shot than ever before to make it into the game. That much is definitely true. I absolutely 100% acknowledge that. However, when you look at the history of King K Rool and his relevance as of late, it just isn't really, there isn't much there. So, like, he hasn't been a part of the recent Donkey Kong Country games. He wasn't a part of Jungle Beat or the Donkey Konga games. He hasn't really been a part of any mainline Donkey Kong game since the 90s. And that point alone sort of makes it not too likely to me. That's the main reason why I didn't predict him in my original set of prediction videos for Smash Ultimate. That said, just because a character hasn't been used as of late doesn't mean they can't make it into the game. I understand that for sure. Look at Pit, look at Duck Hunt. There are several characters that have made it to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate that have not been relevant in a very long time. However, most of those characters, actually I think every single one of those characters, are main characters for their respective series. King K Rool is not the main character for his respective series. He's one of quite a few antagonists for the Donkey Kong series. But I will acknowledge that if you had to pick any character, any antagonist of the Donkey Kong series to be like the main antagonist, it would definitely be King K Rool. I don't really think any other argument would be fair. The King K Rool is pretty much the only option when it comes to the main antagonist of the Donkey Kong series. Although you could make an argument that there really isn't a main antagonist, but definitely during the 90s he was. So then, you know, maybe he has a shot. And especially considering that the Mii costumes that were in Smash, Wii U, and 3DS, we had Mii costume for the Inklings, for Geno, and for King K Rool. And the Inklings are now in Smash Ultimate, but Geno and King K Rool are not. Does that mean that maybe they'll be announced for Smash Ultimate? I don't know. I feel like that alone is not really enough evidence. I think that was just kind of to appease fans who like those characters. But I think the fact that they were trying to appease fans with those skins because they know that they're characters that people sort of want in the game, I think that sort of, you know, it kind of strengthens the argument, the original argument, that he was so popular in a Smash Ballot and that maybe he could make it into Smash Ultimate. But there's one more hurdle for King K Rool in my opinion, and that's the fact that Rare is the creator of King K Rool. Rare is no longer part of Nintendo. They are wholly owned by Microsoft. So when you take that into consideration, I think it does kind of dampen his chances a bit. However, there are some points that I think offer some hope here. Because the thing is, even though King K Rool was created by Rare and Rare doesn't really work with Nintendo anymore, there are exceptions. So, for example, King K Rool was actually in Donkey Kong Barrel Blast. He was a trophy in Smash Bros. Wii U and 3DS, and as stated earlier, he was also a Mii costume in Smash Bros. Wii U and 3DS. So even though King K Rool was created by Rare and Rare is owned by Microsoft now, King K Rool has been mentioned and used in different Nintendo games. Even in Super Mario Odyssey, they had the whole Cruel Street in actual New Donk City. So then, you know, he's still referenced, he's still part of the Nintendo universe. So then maybe he has a shot. And actually, you know, Rare themselves actually developed a game for Nintendo after they became part of Microsoft. It's Diddy Kong Racing DS. So Rare definitely can still work with Nintendo on things. And in fact, Phil Spencer, one of the heads at Microsoft, he's made several statements talking about working with Nintendo. He wants Banjo-Kazooie to be in Nintendo. And of course, Nintendo and Microsoft as of late have been working really well together. Just look at all those Minecraft commercials and such, and all the crossplay that's going on between their different games. There's definitely a good relationship there, and I think there's definitely a strong chance that King K Rool could make it into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. There's definitely a fantastic chance of that. But has my mind changed on him making it to the game? I'm not 100% sold. But that doesn't mean I'm not confident that there's a shot. I think there's definitely a shot. I would say it's a 50-50 at this point. I would say a bit more. I think it's a better chance now than I did originally when I made my prediction videos. So I'm somewhat convinced. But maybe you guys in the comments can convince me even more so I feel almost 100% confident. So go ahead, give me your best shot, give me your best argument for King K Rool in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I'd love to hear it. I think, again, he's an amazing character. It would be great to have another awesome antagonist in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So then, yeah, that's it, guys. Those are my thoughts on the matter, but let me know what you guys think, as I said before, and thank you so much for listening and watching. And I'll see you all really soon. Bye.